Black Women for Beginners by S. Pearl Sharp, illustrated by Beverly Hawkins Hall. Black Women for Beginners by S. Pearl Sharp. The Beauty Bank. Beauty is here because I am here. 17th century Dutch woman. Quick, who are the 5 most famous black women in the world today, living? Now, when S. Pearl Sharp first posed this question in 1993 for this book, women responded: 1. Winnie Mandela, 2. Oprah, and there was a 3-way tie between Coretta Scott King, Whitney Houston, and Rosa Parks. Type in who you would choose today underneath this post. The black woman is an enigma, even when famous. A perplexing, baffling, or seemingly inexplicable person. See mystery. Her mystery is tucked into his story. This is a sculpture of an Egyptian princess, approximately 2000 BC. The black woman is the original image. To decorate the body, she created the first earring and sandal. This is a sculpture from 12th century BC. Earrings were also worn by men. She used earth and plants to create the first makeup. South African bushwomen made a skin moisturizer of animal fat mixed with clay. To protect the eyes from glare, she rubbed indigo and copper on her lips, on her lids. Her influence on hair is worldwide. International star Josephine Baker made the ponytail the hairstyle of the 1950s. Some of her hairstyles are 6,000 years old. These are postage stamps portraying authentic hairstyles from Gabon, Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, Tikar woman of Cameroon, and Mandara woman of Cameroon. These stamps were issued for the 1939 World's Fair. You could tell the clan, the village, by the style of hair they wore. Then the Yoruba people were wearing 30 braids or more. You would know the princess, queen, and bride by the number of the braid. You would know the gods they worshipped by the pattern that they made. And that's by a poem by Camille Yarborough of USA. To protect the head from the sun, she designed the first wigs visible on many early artifacts. The top picture is a picture of Queen Taye, 1300s BC, in a Nubian-style wig. Artificial hair, arranged in layers or tiers, is a style still seen in Black Africa. A hairdo worn by girls is called jimbi. Slightly modified and worn by married women, it is called jere. In Egypt, the use of such wigs was popular with all social classes. And that's from Sheikh Anta Diop, African Origin of Civilization, 1974, Senegal. Scarification, cicatrization is the original body language, a painful process of pricking the skin, filling the wound, and forcing it to scar. The resulting designs have specific social meanings, but also immunize the body from some diseases. Similar to a vaccination, it's still a popular practice throughout the world. This is a picture of a cicatrized Zaire Congo girl wearing a cluster of metal hairpins. To care for the spirit, she developed the use of oils and perfumes. Today it's called aromatherapy. This is a wall carving of Egyptian women making perfume. To stimulate the mind, she studied the mysteries, taught philosophy, ran governments, kept libraries, and served as priestess. Her image was honored in the world. This is a picture from a 1931 French magazine cover. Un noir vaut deux blancs. One black woman is worth two whites. Alas, I melt as wax at the sight of her beauty. She is black, it is true, but what matters? Coals are black, but when they are light, they glow like rose cups. Asclepiades, 270 BC, Greece. Despite all this, the black woman has an image problem. It's been usurped, manipulated, exalted, degraded, altered, exploited, suppressed, and turned back against her. Things have been so bad that a lot of sisters just gave up, went on over, and adopted somebody else's image. Now, why would she do that? Because the inferior race idea was created with one race, who shall remain nameless, but whose initials are WP, claiming to be supreme via intellect and ability, with the God-given right to rule the inferior race. Because man, rewriting the Bible again, changed I am black and comely to black but comely, Song of Solomon, and signed her name like Makeda needed to apologize. We must not forget that the biblical authors were not writing history. They were creating religion. The Bible was not written by historians, but by priests. And what they wrote was a statement of faith, not a statement of fact. Savina J. Tubal, Hagar the Egyptian, from USA. Because she misplaced her reflection. Because with the exploration and rape of Africa, image took on some new colors. Dark equals ugly. Light equals beauty. Black equals evil. White equals virtue. Because she received messages from the social ethos. When we say we people, we always mean white people. The non-mention of color always implies pure white. What else could I mean? A character in George Washington Cable's The Grandisms, 1860. Nothing makes a Negro's mouth water like a luscious, fresh-picked melon. Any colored mammy can hold a huge slice in one hand while holding her offspring in another. What melons the Negroes do not consume will find favor with the pigs. Life magazine, August 1937. Trinidadian Janelle Penny Commission, the first black woman crowned Miss Universe in 1978, was frequently challenged about the validity of a black woman representing the beauty standard for all of the world's women. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of us all? Snow White, and don't you forget it. The black woman became immune to herself and susceptible to others. Others took her mothering skills and turned her into a mammy. The top pictures of the image machine: mammy, Aunt Jemima, tragic mulatto, entertainer, sexual primitive, modern feminist. Mammy yams, Louisiana, Puerto Rican sweet potatoes. The matriarch of the weak and young, the lazy, crooning, comforting tongue. She has children of her own, but the white-skinned ones are a bone of her bone. They may not be hers, but she is theirs, half a nuisance and half mother, and legally neither one nor the other. By Stephen Vincent Benet from the USA. To Mammy Carolyn Barr, Mississippi, 1840 to 1940, who was born in slavery and who gave to my family a fidelity without stint or calculation of recompense. From William Faulkner's dedication to Go Down Moses in 1940. These are two pictures of the mammy image. First is the mammy in the USA in the 1800s, and the bottom is a picture from a Benetton ad in Germany, 1991. Others took her cooking skills and, without permission, turned her into Aunt Jemima. A symbol since 1889, the Aunt Jemima logo has become an American icon, the first trademark to be personified. Today, that was 1990, there are 40 products labeled with the smiling black woman, with sales totaling $300 million. The trademark has ultimately relegated black women to low socioeconomic status. Aunt J, 1890 to 1990, Nancy Green, an ex-slave from Kentucky, was the first Aunt Jemima. Others raped her and called her seed the tragic mulatto. Girls, first time a white man opens his fly like a good thing, we'll just laugh. Laugh real loud, my black women. Lucille Clifton, USA. These are the programs from Clotel, the President's Daughter, the program of The Octoroon, created in 1859, and from Pinky, the love story of a girl who passed for white. They captured her style, bottled it, and sold it back to her. It's a Nigerian Barbie doll, created by Mattel Toys in 1990 for adult doll collectors. Grace Jones in a German car ad. The black woman was very confused. On the one hand, she was invisible. Those people who are descendants of Africa and who were imported into this country and sold as slaves were not intended to be included under the word citizens in the Constitution. Chief Justice Toney, U.S. Supreme Court, rendering the 1857 Dred Scott decision. The picture in the middle is of the French artist Bartholdi's originally designed Statue of Liberty. It was originally designed as France's tribute to the emancipation of U.S. slaves. She had Negroid features and the broken chains of slavery hanging from her arm. He was encouraged to alter the image. On the other hand, she was all over the place. The Sanrio company came under fire after reports surfaced that the marketing of a line of little black Sambo toys in Japan. Sambo and his sister Hannah, with very black faces, large white eyes, and other exaggerated physical features. That's Los Angeles Times, December 23rd, 1988. At the top is a postage stamp for France's Colonial exhibition in Paris, 1931. Fashion models Beverly Johnson and Iman. A Coca-Cola advertising tray. The Wedding, Nairobi's edition of Viva. And at the corner in the bottom, the Italian Cleopatra, Anna de' Medici, on jeweled candle holder kept in the Louvre. Hey, Jerome. It was like owning a bank but not being able to get any credit. The Miss Americas. Racism, injustice, poverty, no health care. But they were really Judith in 1991, Debbie in 1990, Vanessa 1983, and Suzette also in 1983. What's wrong with this picture? What W.B. Du Bois called double consciousness. This sense of always looking at oneself through the eyes of others, of measuring one's soul by the tape of a world that looks on in amused contempt and pity, creates its own particular kind of disfigurement in the lives of black women. For more than the external facts and figures of oppression, their true terror is within, the mutilation of the spirit and the body. That was written by Mary Helen Washington, Sturdy Black Bridges, USA. The results of this life-threatening assault on the spirit can be psychoanalyzed until Freud reincarnates, okay? But basically, it shows up as lips, hips, and hair. The black woman dispersed outside the motherland and was told she was not pretty. They lied. They're not like us, honey. They got tails. They really lied. Master had a yellow gal, he brought her from the south. Her hair it curled so very tight, she couldn't shut her mouth. He took her to the tailor shop to have her mouth made small. She swallowed up the tailor shop at all. Song from Southern USA, passed down from slavery to the present. Her soft, wide nose was accused of taking in too much air. Her lips were too thick. Her skin was too dark. And that kinky hair, well, go and find a beauty shop, 'cause I ain't a lovely belle. The boys pass me by, they say I's not so swell. I hate that iron hair and that bleaching skin, but I'll be all alone if I don't fit in. Una Marson, Jamaica, Britain. Sun, wither, wind, and time, change your skin, dry your skin, and it's time for Ambi. Envy's softness. Envy makes beautiful things happen. So she reasoned that if she looked more like them, she'd be treated more like them. She would learn to act like them. In fact, she decided she would just be them. Industries sprang up to accommodate this. Hair became the first line of defense. Hair was stretched, painted, beaten, crimped, curled, burned, treated, lied about, covered up, and prayed over. Seeing is believing. A new and exciting hair product for fuller, thicker, longer hair. You too may be pretty. There's no need to worry about the hair and skin of Grace, Violet, Crystal, or your other pretty friends. Yours may be just as pretty. Use regularly Madam C.J. Walker's hair and toilet preparations. Unhealthy scalp, short, dull, lifeless hair, rough, sallow, pimply skin? prevent your being pretty. They need not. A few Madam C.J. Walker treatments given by well-trained Madam C.J. Walker agents using Madam C.J. Walker preparations will correct those flaws. Some started borrowing hair from other people. Sisters could finally shake their tresses in the wind. A hair caste system emerged. Good hair, bad hair, and bought hair. It caused some folks to stop eating watermelon. In the U.S., black men and women are 12% of the population, but they buy 45% of the hair care products. That comes to $68 million. Will that be cash or check? What appeared to be a physical act was really a psychological reaction. Mothers taught baby sisters to hold in their lips and pinch their noses. Hips had a hard way to go, if they went at all. Enjoy this summer sunshine and take no chance with your complexion. Madam C.J. Walker's tan off. The other's plan was in place. The black woman no longer loved herself. Physically free but mentally enslaved, for many, the spirit was being held hostage. Some sisters got through the days by emotionally passing for white. But soon, even Eurocentric women realized that some more lies had been told, and they started borrowing back the truth. This is a picture of Bo Derek wearing cornrows. Why am I upset? I've been wearing their hair for years. White women want fashionably full flappers. Voluptuous pouts. Cosmetic surgeons are finding ways to augment thin lips to fashionable fullness with collagen injections or liposuction techniques to build up the lips with transplanted fat taken from any part of the body. That was from the Los Angeles Times, March 26, 1989. My lips? The lips you made me hate? My TV joke lips? The ones in the racist cartoons? Les lèvres développées? Or grow your own ad for padded hips, $20. United States, 1992. This triggers a run on the bank, which is to say, the black woman gets a hold of herself and, about every third generation, decides to reclaim her own image. So, she calls a press conference and declares, "Somebody almost run off with all of my stuff." She becomes righteously fired up. Stealing my shit from me don't make it yours. Makes it stolen. Somebody almost run off with all of my stuff, and I was standing there looking at myself the whole time. Enter Zaki Shenge, United States. Fired up and dangerous to behold. She reclaims the motherland, rituals, black baby dolls, and praise songs. Homage to My Young Black Sisters by sculptor Elizabeth Catlett, 1968. This is a picture of Cheryl Tatum Tandia, one of several women fired from their hotel jobs for wearing cornrows. Most fought back and won. She reclaims her sister friends. She reclaims herself. May my outer head not spoil my inner head. May my outer head not spoil my inner head. Yoruba proverb. She reclaims herself with the right to enjoy it and makes it hers again. The bottom picture, new attitudes 100 years apart. 3/4 of my life so far has been spent with poverty and with shame. It's only 5 or 6 years I could actually come to love myself as a person, as a woman, as a black woman in particular. And now, what's so beautiful is that no one can take that away from me. That was from a member of the National Black Women's Health Project. And, as you already know, what the sister has, the world wants. And that closes our chapter 3 of the Beauty Bank, from Black Women for Beginners. Our next chapter, next Friday, 9 o'clock, will be Madonnas or Madams. Did they bring you promises of things to come? Did they buy you beer or wine? As the hunters devour you with rough caresses, do they still smile and say, "You're divine"? Madonna or Madam? I'll see you next week. Take care and stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.